doing it. He's feeling it up.
Meet the Peterson family. Our dad, the three Peterson brothers, and our families farm together in central Kansas. Our family farm started in 1882 and has been raising cattle and crops ever since. Please subscribe to this channel and give us a like and a comment if you enjoy the video.
There's some corn. Okay, so about half on one side, half on the other.
Well, it's not our own corn yet, but we're planting some corn earlier than we ever have before. Which last year was a new record for our own early corn, and I think we might beat it this year. It was supposed to rain, but now they've kind of taken it out, so I don't know if it's a good thing that we're so early. But we're doing it. So we've planted 150 acres already for a neighbor. They wanted theirs in nice and early. I agreed. Seems like the conditions are all right. It's only getting drier. I mean, we should get some rain sometime.
Open the Milo.
Open the Milo. Checking out the residue.
I opened it.
Look like pretty good planting conditions. You opened it? What is it?
It's Milo.
Milo.
I think they're having fun. Mopping off their feed with corn. So they're doing cattle. In the morning, they also get distillers for extra protein to go along with the grower 2 ration. So we turn these cows out a little early. There's green coming, but the cows aren't, they're not super happy with me for kicking them out here. Anyway, I'm gonna feed them some with the feed truck here once a day. We also have the power company. All them big wood poles they brought to our place, they brought all these that they replaced on our pasture, but they compacted the ground a lot. So I'm just going to feed on some of this compacted ground.
I fell in the pit. You fell in the pit. Y'all fell in the pit.
Craig's doing my grower chores this morning. I'm doing Dad's starter. These are steers that were purchased at the end of January, start of February. I'll be ready in not too long, ready to be sorted through anyway. Steers on the other side were purchased in February through the 1st of March.
So I didn't bring my welding helmet, but I think I might be planting corn in an eclipse. Can you guys see that? I don't know, it kind of got a little darker than it was, I think. Also, I feel like the shadows look weird, but probably almost over now. So our neighbor brought out his welding helmet, so I got to see it. I should have filmed it, I guess, but it like got a little cooler even, and it just seemed less bright, and I was like, oh, that eclipse must be happening. We had talked about it a little bit ago. Like, hey, it's actually happening, but you can't see it unless you have a welding helmet. Don't worry, I didn't blind myself.
is April 9th, and we already have a field of corn planted. Nathan planted this yesterday, and then I'm on my way over here to plant the second field.
All right, folks, I've barely vlogged at all the start of corn planting. That little 25-acre patch is planted, and Greg's back here getting started on this field. I hope this is why I don't do much vlogging, because I got too much to think about, and if I turn the camera on, I don't even know what to say. So see, this field is where I did fall chemical. It looks so much nicer than the weeds I didn't quite get sprayed in time. We had been having a little leakage back here. A planter that's running fans and down pressure puts your hydraulics to the test, especially on a 5,000 hour tractor that these probably haven't ever been gone through before. They really hadn't been leaking all winter doing manure spreading and stuff. They'd been leaking, I'd been watching them, and then I knew the one was wore out, and so I switched it to the other side. Well, then today the other one started leaking a lot worse, so now I'm getting into them. We had to pause the planting this evening about 4 o'clock. I ended up getting 2 new cartridges, checking some of the other ones, and you can see, yeah, that'll do it. So that O-ring is totally shot and blown out of there. There's a chance I should have just done more cartridges, but they're really expensive to do the whole thing. So I'm doing the O-rings. Not getting much planting done this afternoon, but it's okay, we're early. Greg was gonna plant, but then this happened, so he's off spraying, and hopefully everything's going all right for him. I haven't heard anything from him, so hopefully that means it's going good. So that's nice.
All right, we out here planting corn. Switched Nathan off here a little bit ago. Nice day to be planting. It's a little windy outside, but here in the cab, don't feel no wind. So we are planting this field along the river here. So this is one of our better bottom ground fields that produces pretty well. But it is a little sandy. So on this side of the interstate, we've backed the population down to 19,000. Just because it's this side tends to get a little drier with the sand. On the other side, we'll bump it up a little higher. But our population here in central Kansas, our corn population is nothing like it is, in the I-states or where they get more rain. This field's along the interstate, I-135 here. Just about done with this field. We're about half done planting corn, and this is the first time I've really gotten the planter. So Nathan's done most of it so far. We've had some issues both with the tractor and the planter, mainly with the fertilizer on the planter. All right, another field done. I think that's 3 fields done. 3 fields to go. Folding up here, and then we'll cross back under the interstate to the field on the other side. All right, we're on the other side of the interstate now. Here's the next field. Gonna fill her up with fertilizer. I dropped Nathan off here at the sprayer. He's gonna put it in the shed for the night because it's supposed to get down to like 34, maybe 34 degrees. So there's a chance that it would, you know, freeze if it was lower than they forecast. And then on Sunday, which is just a couple days from now, it's supposed to be 92 for the high. So we're gonna have 34 for the low tonight, and then in just about 72 hours we'll have, you know, 92. So that's basically 60-degree swing. Feels like winter and summer at the same time, but that is spring in Kansas. Our soil temp is good, and obviously we're gonna have a lot of heat soon, and hopefully some rain. There's a chance of rain next week. Really hoping we get that, because we are definitely getting quite dry. And every year when you put seeds in the ground, you just gotta have faith that it's gonna rain. So we'll be praying for rain. So, funny story, I was on my last pass, almost done, but I ran out of seed. Thankfully, Brookanna loaded this one up for me, helped me finish the field. Thanks, babe. All right, got this field done. Planted under the pivot there after I moved it. Brookanna brought me seed to do that last couple hundred feet. Now we've got to try to get on the highway at 5 p.m. on a Friday. So, only have to go a half mile on this highway, then I can get off, but might be a challenge. There's lots of traffic. We made it off the highway, but that was definitely a little stressful. Got passed by a lot of people, even just in a half mile. Look at all those cars. So it's nice to be back on the gravel roads where there's not as much traffic. Heading over to my house now. That was our 4th field to get done, and we've got 4 more to go. 3 or 4. So we're heading over to my house, which is about 3 miles down the road, and we'll fill with seed and fertilizer. We just had more fertilizer delivered to our semi-tender there. Rolling down the dirt road, headed to a field. Rolling down the dirt road, trying to get some yield. It's a long way to the crop if you want to farm your soil. About to turn on my driveway. All right, I made it to my house. Got the tractor here to load this pallet, and I got the fertilizer truck all filled up. Who's that sitting over there? Hi. What is Daddy doing, Brighton? Yep, tractor with Daddy. What is Daddy planting? Plant corn, yep. You got your cowboy boots on? So as you guys might know, we actually have a wedding venue on Brookanna and I's property here, which is essentially just a big Morton building that used to be a farm shop. Converted it into a wedding venue, and we host a lot of weddings, mainly in the spring and the fall. How many weddings do we typically book?
Somewhere between like 15 and 20 a year, I'd say. But yeah, the fall is usually our busiest time, just because Kansas weather has the highest potential to be nice.
And you do most of the booking, yes?
Yeah.
Or all the booking, does all the communication. I run the leaf blower, and I go in and clean, and I do the yard work and stuff. But Brookanna helps with that too. How's it going, Kobe? You eating grass? Looks like you've been rolling in the grass too. Got grass all over you. So it's just the rehearsal dinner tonight. So that's why there's not as many cars, but tomorrow we'll have cars all over the place here. We have a capacity of up to 500 people in that shed. So lots of space, pretty much a blank canvas for anybody wanting to do their ceremony or reception out there. Anyway, we got the planter loaded with seed and fertilizer. Brighton's ready to ride in the tractor with Daddy for the first time in a while. What are we planting? Corn. All right, we are started on my field here by my house. A little pretty dusty conditions. This is where we had the cows all winter grazing these stalks. And so you saw there by my house, it was tilled up. Anywhere the cows made mud tracks, I went in and disked and field cultivated. And then the rest of this all has, you know, some cow tracks on it. So hopefully we get a rain on Monday. Today is Friday. We're gonna dust it in. Look at all that dust. Can you say dusty? We find more corn in the ground.
Soil.
What, in the soil? Yeah. Yeah, what put the corn there? Nice shot.
Tractor.
The tractor and planter.
In the tractor.
Yeah. You got Daddy's jug? We're out here doing some custom planting for a neighbor on some flood irrigated ground here. So they've got it all worked up. Aiden's got to drive all the way to the end here and then back up and back in. So it's a little different than normal planting. There's no end rows or turn rows or headlands, whatever you want to call them. Today is the day of the wedding at my house, so I've been monitoring that. I've helped Nathan a little bit, but it's way too windy today to spray, so that's what I've been planting when Nathan is spraying, or vice versa. But today we're only doing one of those things because of the wind. So he pulled all the way till the planter hit right there, and now he's backing around to where the planter will be up against this grass since there's no headlands. Let's see if he can do good backing under pressure of the video camera. That's pretty good. Lined up perfect. Brighton, can you say picnic?
Picnic.
Pizza picnic.
That's a mouthful. A pizza picnic. You want a timer shoe?
Whoa.
Look at me. Miss ya. Nice. Hi, little miss. What are we doing? We're going on a walk. Are you eating your apple on the walk? Right.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Check out our music videos linked in the description. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat, and explore our website, www.petersonfarmbrothers.com. See you guys next time.